work as Safe Water Champion is to give awareness in different households here in the community. We normally give awareness on health and sanitation. We teach them different topics as given by the Amref people. So glad that Amref have actually changed my life and also that of the community. They have done a very big change in Gumbo, basically, First of all, Corona first started here in Gumbo. Reports have been taken and, from newspapers and all that, they do say that cholera is basically here in Gumbo. That is why I appreciate Amref by coming up with this project of health. We are now able to change our community, basically telling them on how to prevent themselves against such diseases like cholera.
Lizam ges kida kanana nedifu ma bijibu deiba fi bet o kasele to wali bijibu da yani ajere bijibu ayanat mafi kanzol kasolo hajata ki kangeni nedif zere ayan mafi daima himaya meniyal kaniyal betala min bakana ta borilo mun kero mun kasuliden mun kandera kolo ta kaman borilo mun kero mun kasuliden to mun isan mun bibada akola shan kep kera ayan magogudu.
The presence of this water champion in the community, it really make a great change. Some of the community are now aware of what, for example, this is open defecation, which by then they do not know. They now become aware. Some are the demand of the the digging of the field latrines are now becoming very high, especially to our department. Community are coming on daily basis requesting the government to support them with this construction facility material. For example, the slabs, the bent pipes, and even the iron sheet for making the roof. People are now defecating not in the open places. Most areas where by then there was pieces around the areas, now it have got disappeared. And people are now using clean water. And people are now sweeping and even slashing the grasses around their compounds. There is no any stagnant water or lagoons around their areas. Cholera is no longer there, and even the rate of malaria is now dropped. This because the environment is now clean.
The skills that I gained from this Safe Water Champion, or let me say Amref as organization, that's a lot actually. I'm much more confident in myself where I can manage to do something by my own. I thought that maybe I was just someone who is very young where I cannot do something. But later when I just start getting this issue of moving to houses, I can see I'm really someone else now.
I am now confident enough to teach my people, and there are others that I never knew in the community. I am now able to engage them, and I am now free with everyone in the community.
Safe Water Champion is tackling 20 households in a cycle. These 20 households are normally visited weekly by the Safe Water Champion. End of the month, they will have made 4 visits to all these 20 households. We have what we call cycles in the project design. So a cycle takes 3 months. After 3 months, after the first cycle, then we go to the second cycle. The second cycle, now we go and identify, we make the Safe Water Champion to go and identify some new households. So at the start of a cycle, of course, there is a baseline that they normally do. And then after doing the baseline, then they continue with the household visiting forms. So the household visiting form, they are designed in a way that it's in form of booklet. So they move with it. So there are some questions that they are going to ask to the households that they are visiting.
Not all in the communities do welcome people. There are some that may be happy, okay, I'm glad my daughter has come. They may sit and listen to what you brought them. But there are others that may chase you like they don't have time. But if they don't have time, okay, we just leave and go ahead. For those who want us to come, we come. And there are others that you may just come and you stand. They don't care whether you sit or you don't sit. It's none of their business. But for us, I do take all that. That's why I said that I appreciate Amref for giving me all this confidence and all the self-control that I have now got.
My message to Amref, I can say that this issue of their implementation, I can say I gained a lot as a young lady at the age of 18 years. I consider that I am much more confident in myself because I first thought that I was still young, I cannot do anything, but when I joined this group, I normally gain a lot. I can say that I can manage to speak to people. I'm not anymore scared. And my message to them, I can say that let them keep on improving because they are now generating, let me say, young lady or young female leadership in South Sudan. And that is so much awesome.